Hello, my name is Matt Nation, and I am a program associate here with the Southern Illinois Community Foundation. Today, I'm going to show you how to go over scholarship application and review it. We will send you an email notification after we have put you in the system. It will look something like this, basically saying you've agreed to do so, and that it'll have a hyperlink right here that you will click. Now, for first-time reviewers, you're going to need a password, and you're going to have to create an account by using your email and creating a password. If you have done so for us before, you should have a login information, but if you forgot your password, you can always go to forget your password. But once that's done, you'll log in, and then your screen will look something like this. And what you're going to do is go to the assigned portion here under application evaluation. Click on that. And in this, it should show all the scholarships that you will be reviewing for us. I will say that all the information you're about to see is not real. This is not a real student, nor is it a real application, nor is it a real scholarship. This is only for training purposes only. So what you're going to do next is go to the Eval 1 column and then go to the summary hyperlink next to the first person on the list. You'll click that, and then you'll find your name down at the bottom of the next screen. Then you will hit the little icon that says View Evaluation, which will take you to the next page. And here is where the review process begins. On the left is your evaluation form. It is where you're going to be scoring the student based on their application. And on the right is the application itself that you'll be looking at and scoring. The first thing you're going to look at is this top information, the student's ID, and what county they're from or what high school they're from, depending on the specific scholarship, the date of graduation. And after all that, you will come to the portion of their application where they tell you their GPA. This is a requirement for all our scholarships because we do need to know their GPA. We will be scoring, that'll be the first thing we score on this. So based on this application, the student does have a 4.1 GPA. Therefore, you're going to go over here to the left. On the far left corner here is the GPA range that you're going to look at and try to find the corresponding GPA. 4.1 is right here. And then on the right column is the score they get based on that GPA. Since they have a 4.1 GPA, they get 24 points. And then you just hit the 24 mark or whatever score they get based on the application, and then you move on to the next thing, which would be test scores. So with the test scores, they either provide to us their ACT or SAT scores. In this case, they gave us an SAT score of 1250. Over here, in the first column, would be a list of SAT scores. In the middle, ACT scores. And on the far right, you have the points. Now, just so you know, it'll probably look like this whenever you review. The ACT score is supposed to be over here, but don't mind that. Like I said, just worry about this over here. So student has 1250 GPA, or sorry, test score for the SAT. So you look for the corresponding part on the chart here. 1250 equals 17 points. You hit 17 and you're done with that one. Next after that on the application process, we generally ask what college the student plans on going to. Depending on the circumstances of the scholarship itself, the college can be important because if it doesn't meet the criteria of this scholarship, they may not be able to be awarded the scholarship if they want to go. But in this instance, this one has to be in the southernmost counties of Illinois, but John A. Logan meets that criteria, so they're good to go. Their intended major or field of study is English. Household number in college. For this example, there's 3, but none of this is being graded. Next thing we're going to grade is the career essay. In this career essay, they needed to write a short essay describing the type of college and technical training they plan to attend, their primary area of study, their educational goals, and why they chose that profession as a career. What you're going to do is go over the short essay, and basically see if they checked all the boxes and if they took the time to make sure it is grammatically correct. And once you have read through it, you're going to go over here and give them a score of 0 to 5. And based on your opinion, just give them the appropriate score. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 5. Like I said, just be sure to go with your gut on that one and just figure out if they met the criteria or not and go from there. Next on the list, you'll have the extracurricular activities. With the extracurricular activities, the student can get 3 points for each extracurricular activity, but they will be maxed out at 15 when they hit that number. They can also get up to an additional 10 points for any leadership roles. 2 points for each leadership role. So, looks like this student was on student council. To be clear, student council itself is not a leadership role. It is simply an extracurricular activity. It would only count as a leadership role if they were the president, the treasurer, etc. So then what you do is take the amount of years they did this activity, which would be 1, and give them 3 points for that. So student council, 1 year is 3 points. Next, they were on the debate team for 2 years, not in a leadership role. That's another 6 points. So that's a total of 9 so far. They played softball for 4 years. So 3 times 4 is 12. And then add that to the 9. And then they have capped out for their 15 points for extracurricular activities. So therefore, they've already got 15. So now we're going to look at leadership roles. They were team captain for the softball team, vice president for the Spanish club. So 2 points for the team captain, 2 points for the Spanish club vice president. So take the 15 points that they maxed out at for the extracurricular activities, add 4 to it. The person gets 9. Or, sorry, 19. Sorry about that. So you click 19, move on to the next question, awards and honors. This is where the students will list all the awards that they've won throughout their high school career. For this student, for freshmen, sophomore, junior, and senior years, they received high honors. They receive 2 points for every year they won the award. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's total 8 on the first one. For junior and senior, they have the perfect attendance award. That's another 4 points on top of that. So that's 12. And as a senior, they got on the National Honor Society. That's another 2 points. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So they total out at 14 points. Next, community involvement. This is where they just basically tell us how they help out around their community outside of school. And you can give them a score between 0 and 10 based on how much you believe they actually help their community. So with this one, based on the fact they have 4 community involvement activities, I would give them approximately, I'll give them 7 points for that one. This one is not, there's not a specific amount of points for each community involvement activity. It's just more of how you feel personally they help out their community. And like I said, I feel like they do a lot. They could have done a little bit more, but I feel like they do a good amount. Okay, next we have personal essay. What is the one thing you could do today to improve your local community, and how would you accomplish that goal? It is very important that the students follow the prompts, answer all the questions that are asked of them, and also follow the instructions that are listed right here. This essay must be 300 words or less, double spaced with a 12-point font. You'll find an attachment here, hopefully, If they did their application correctly, you'll open it up and see if they met the criteria, answered all the prompts, and like I said, double check and make sure it's less than 300 words. In this specific case, double space and a 12-point font. If they have done so, at that point, you just determine based on their essay how much of a score they should receive. They can receive up to 10 points and as little as 0. So in this case, we'll just go ahead and give them an 8. Lastly, last thing we're going to score are letters of recommendation. For these, we require 2 letters of recommendations for all our scholarships, one from someone from their school and one from someone outside of the school who knows them pretty well and can assess, their abilities and capabilities. They cannot come, no letter of recommendation can come from a peer or fellow student. So as long as they meet this criteria, it's a simple matter of did they do it correctly? If they have a letter from someone from their school, as well as a letter from someone outside the school who is not a friend or peer or student, then they get 5 points per letter. So 10. After that, just double check that they attached their high school manuscript. High school transcript, excuse me, signed it, dated it. And then lastly, at the very bottom is your chance to leave comments about the particular application you're reviewing. Just to be clear, comments are not required, but we do always appreciate comments whenever you have them. Basically, this is just your chance to sit here and tell us, hey, this is what stood out to this application to me, or even if there are some constructive criticism that needs to be said, like they didn't take the time to read the prompts or they didn't follow instructions, we are always looking for those kinds of notes, so it would be greatly appreciated. I'm just going to type in something real quick just as an example. Okay, once that is done, it is as simple as hitting this button here that says save. It'll save it, and then it'll show you this screen right here. It'll give you 2 options, return to the dashboard and next pending evaluation. And in this case, I only have one application. So it says, congratulations, you have no more pending evaluations. This is what you want to see in order to be finished with your reviewing process. So basically, you're just going to keep hitting this button until it turns gray like this and tells you congratulations. Once you have done that, you are officially done, and we will take over from there and finalize the review process and pick the winner. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you are more than welcome to reach out to us at any point in time. Our phone number here at the foundation is 618-997-3700. Again, my name is Matt Nation, and my extension here at the office is 3. You're also more than welcome to email me at matt@sicf.org. Lastly, I just want to say again, thank you for reviewing this year, and I hope you enjoyed this training session. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.